everyone's talking about Israel. That's all everyone wants to talk about. At AmFest, people are asking about Israel. Steve Bannon is against Ben Shapiro, is against Megyn Kelly, is against Jack Posobiec, against everyone else. And at the same time, whatever his name is, at the same time, they name Tucker Carlson anti-Semite
of the year.
Of the year.
Yeah, I saw that too. Look, you're guys.
And they say prominent Jewish organization, but it's that Stop Anti-Semitism, which is the same thing as the ones that gave our buddy James Lee Anti-Semite of the Month. Yeah. Sorry, you're just of the month. Tucker got the big honor.
Sorry, James. Weak sauce.
Of the week.
Gotta pump up those numbers.
James, that's not even real, bro.
Not
of the week. Of the week? Come on, try harder.
Not even of the month?
Try harder.
James.
Disappointing.
Do better. What a loser. Daggone, James.
Dude. Tucker Carlson Anti-Semite of the Year is crazy because he may question, and you can call him a Fed if you want to call him a Fed, but to call him anti-Semitic is crazy. And to say he's anti-Semite of the year is even crazier because I can think off the top of my head 100 people that should be higher up on that list.
That are actually.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes. Anti-Semitic.
Yeah. He just asks questions.
And he gives the opportunity for other sides to talk.
And
which I think is healthy.
But let's be intellectually honest. He does ask questions.
Yes.
But he also makes rhetorical jokes that are quite obvious and specific towards the Israelite species, which is still okay under the guise of free speech. It's okay to crack jokes towards species groups, Matthew.
If we saw Tucker Carlson at AmFest wearing a Cookie Monster and baking t-shirt, and they gave him the label, I'm like, all right, fine. To call him anti-Semite of the year is clearly a stretch. Yeah. They're clearly doing it for their own clicks and views, meaning that just like most reality TV shows, the actual winners aren't the winners that are supposed to win, but the winners that they want to win.
Yes. But let me ask you this. Is it working?
No.
I agree.
No.
People are at wit's end with the anti-Semite trope. It's just like the Nazi thing has finally jumped the shark. People say you're a Nazi. Okay, fine, whatever. You're racist. Oh, dude, whatever. You're anti-Semite. We're so close, Matt, to people saying, you know what? Whatever.
But this is my fear.
What?
Is that they make it seem like it's okay to be racist, to be anti-Semitic, to be all these things that we think are gray and that because we've reached, we should be able to say, which I agree. But they are letting people go down that road knowing that they're going to tighten the noose later and they're going to start making lists.
So what you're saying is
they're setting us up.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Akbar.
Because we've talked about this over and over again. If you want to see what's going to happen in the United States, pay attention to what happens in Korea. We've had this conversation many times. People don't realize, we've talked about on the podcast before, but in the last presidential election within Korea, in South Korea, that President Yoon, won the election because he used AI and AI videos and AI of himself to talk and communicate with the population, the electorate, and he got voted because he was able to be more places than his competitor.
Yep.
And then you see this administration go, that worked. It clearly worked. They won an election over it. They were to change narrative using AI as the president. And now we literally have the president of the United States doing AI speeches. His Israeli peace deal announcement was AI.
Yes.
His announcement last week in Address to the Nation was AI.
Which I was half naked and pissed off in a hotel for.
So they test it. They see what happens in a smaller and quicker moving population in Korea. If it works, if it's successful, you see that happen here. track what happens in Korea because you can figure out what's going to happen in the United States.
Man, that sounds like
Well,
that.
the thing that they are testing in Korea and they're trying to get through their legislative body in Korea right now is the ability to go after streamers, podcasters, internet personalities for putting out fake and manipulated information. If you put out information that is considered that can be considered defamatory to other people, they can call it fake, manipulated, and they will give you a 10 times harder sentence or penalty for doing so. They're doing it there. It's going to happen here.
Wow. So you're saying the noose is truly tightening.
It is.
So
So
what
they're
you're
trying
really
to-
saying,
They're trying to make, you open it up, you make the line really gray, you see how many people fall on the grayer side of this, and then you draw a clear line and you chop it off. And everyone on that other side of the line,
so
list.
let me make this clear to everyone out there in the internet worlds, is that Matt is actually producing a PSA, a public service announcement. Matt is actually telling you to shut the fuck up.
No, but
Because what you say today is going to be used against you.
and this is the biggest problem of this model that they're doing because it's going to be effective. If you know this, that they are going to create a list, that they are going to draw a clear line, that they're going to start going after people on the internet for misinformation, for fake news, for all of this, the problem is that now we are in a world of self-censorship.
Mm.
And without even drawing the line, they've convinced us to get in line.
And that the line exists.
But
So-
there will be a line. So, fucked. But they can't redact properly, so they may fuck that up too.
So here's the image as Matt was saying this. The image in my mind was the funnel is very wide. They're making the funnel wide. Everybody's funneling in. And as the funnel widens, they're gonna create these little alleyways. And these alleyways are gonna be like, you guys are fucked. You guys are fucked. You guys said too much. You guys didn't like the Israelites, right?
Mhm.
But here's what you're also saying is the funnel is wide. Everybody's coming in, and we have retards at the helm, and they're going to be like, you didn't say something about the Israelites. It doesn't matter. You're all fucked, but we're not going to do anything. Keep saying bad stuff because no one's really actually protecting anybody. It's not really working. Doesn't matter. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's going to be like them redacting things.
Let me tell you what it looks like in a policy level. This TikTok thing is passed. Do you know what really happened with this TikTok thing?
Mm.
2 notables. Most people don't realize this. The 2 notables about the TikTok pass is that our government gets to own all the data.
Mm.
That's Palantir. That goes over to Oracle. It's all going to Austin, Texas. Number 2, China keeps the algorithm.
Mm.
Now, why is this very intriguing? Why this is really intriguing is, at the end of the day, China still has control. He who controls the algorithm controls what you see. So American government did not win in this TikTok takeover because China still has full control over the algorithm. They want to shut you off. They want you to see big booty Latinas, then that's what you're going to see. The negative part on both sides, right? They control the algorithm, but the negative part is American government still gets everything.
Mm.
So we're still fucked, is what I'm saying. It's
They don't
important
want to
know.
control the algorithm. They just want the data to create their lists.
Exactly. That's where I was going. That's the tie-in to all this bullshit. Is this weird, messed up world. They don't care about the algorithm because as long as they have the data, they can still feed you what they want. They can control you how they want.